Hi friends, welcome back. You can navigate on the transparent links to the next video, to the previous video and to the playlist to start from the beginning or start wherever you want on these videos just by mousing over the link and clicking on it. Well, now just before Peter taught me how to go through to be awoken, I had a spiritual experience of my past life that I knew it must be him because these were not within my capabilities. I went into a garage, and as the woman got 3 or 4 items off the shelf that I asked for, I saw the price on each of them and I knew what it was going to come to before she put it through the till. And that, I mean, my mathematics are hopeless, so I was not a good learner at school, and I knew what it was going to come to, and it did come to that. Anyway, Peter told me about himself going through the light to be awoken, of course. And of course the same thing happened with Jesus when he was baptized. I think he was put with the light by Father God. He went into the wilderness, and out there at some point that maybe he did fight some of his own demons, but not the devil, of course. He was not tempted. You know, he might have said, why me? Why am I worthy? Things like that. And he then went through and was awoken to the Christ Spirit, Jesus, and come back fully awoken as Peter did. So, yeah, I had a few concerns because I was a little bit worried about being awoken to my past life, because I was a bit frightened about disappearing into 5 lives and not existing anymore. But it's not like that. But anyway, Father God gave me a reassurance later on. So Peter told me that I could go through and be awoken to all of my past life. That my 5 past lives were one being as one in spirit, and that they were separate from me in this life until I was awoken. So he taught me the 2 prayers to go through, and it's a sequence of 2 prayers. The first one is basically asking Father God to go before him and be forgiven, and the second one is asking for your light to be made brighter and for your guides. I was very short-term memory loss, and I forgot several times because 2 sequences of prayers that were a bit longer than what I'm saying was difficult for, and they had to be said approximately correctly. So you know, and to your light as well. So I asked Peter 5 times in the same day what the prayer was, and he was a little bit annoyed by about the 5th time because he probably didn't understand I had short-term memory loss. Anyway, that evening just before I was going up, Peter told me what it would be like, and he said, you know, you'll feel a waving motion start in your feet, and it'll start waving further and further up your body and rippling, waving through you, and finally into your mind, and you'll start to feel yourself coming out through your stomach as energy, and it'll take 15 minutes to get through to the spirit realm. And you know, it's like a bit like astral projection, but not quite the same, because most of the spirit's going through into the spirit realm. And so he said, wear not too many heavy clothing under your bed covers, and that it's best to lay on your back or your side, that you go through, and you know, I thought obviously your body goes to sleep when you go through, so and then you come back when you are ready or when you begin to wake. And he said the best time to go through is 9 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the evening. So anyway, before I went up to bed that night, and I went at 9 o'clock in the evening, Peter played me a song by Mike Oldfield, sung by Maggie Riley, Moonlight Shadow, and it was a warning. But I was so innocent and unsuspecting and trusting of spirit, I just saw the bits that I thought related to me and none of the warning. But there was a great warning in there for me, but I didn't see it. So he gave me the tape, and I took it upstairs to bed and I put it on before I tried saying this prayer, and I still didn't hear the warning. But it talks about, you know, trouble and a man getting shot, but I, you know, obviously didn't get shot, but it's about a struggle to get through basically, and that there was some sinister characters about. And anyway, I then went on to try to get through, and I laid in bed and I said the prayers, and the energy started come out straight away as soon as I finished. Once I was looking at my light saying these prayers to Father God, and the energy come up through my body, and it was a beautiful sensation coming up through my body. And Peter said, just as you come out of body, you might get a strange, you know, feeling in your rectum, just a weird feeling. So anyway, I started coming out, and I could feel myself as the energy flowing around me. But you asked for guidance, and of course there was just this one guide that was talking to me, and he was trouble as it happened. And I'll tell you what actually happened now, for closure, is that I started to come out of body, and of course this guy had come into my light, and he was meant to help me through, but he was conspiring against me by criminal organisation had corrupted him in the spirit realm to do so. I'll talk more about this later. He come into my light and he deliberately blocked me, and he brought some stolen, highly sophisticated technology, highly advanced to this plane, that could block my light and render all kinds of things upon me that are unpleasant, extremely torturous. But he just blocked me that night. Now, I believe when you ask for the light to be taken away after you finish, that it would go down to a pinprick of light all the way to the spirit realm, but it doesn't. It just goes further away, and it stays quite big, a portal of passing. And after about 30 minutes, I just wasn't getting anywhere. I could still feel the energy above me, but my light went dark. After about 10 minutes of meditating, I started to come out of body, and my light suddenly went dark. I couldn't see it no more. This guy had blocked it, so I couldn't see it. And he was either holding me in body or blocked my light somehow to stop me going through. So after 30 minutes, I gave up and I just went to sleep that night. And I asked for my light to be taken back. What I didn't know is that this guy did not go back into the spirit realm from my light. He stayed in my light, and he had this sophisticated technology to block my light and to stop me being able to pray through it, to speak to any guys through it. But he could still hear me, and I could hear him when he spoke to me from there. But that was it. The light is a portal of passing. So that's what happened that night. I was blocked and stopped from going through to be awoken. So I'll talk more about this later on, and I'll go on to the next video, which was about my inspirational, because I had the inspirational day of Purple Proof, I decided to dye a t-shirt purple. So bless you, see you in the next video. Bye bye, Shep.